Lovely day. Got us a Ford Taurus. Money lights on. Thought I'd turn that little guy on. Must be I didn't. 2014 Ford Taurus. And no appointment today. Drop off. Big emergency. So his lights on. He's got to go out of town. So we'll go, baby. Nobody's stopping you. But he wants to know what's up, if it's safe to leave the village. We'll take, it's usually not my habit to fire them up, but I see our battery voltage is kind of low according to this little fella. So we'll let her get booted up, and then we'll start it up. We'll see what's happening here. Oh, my subscription expired, so seat's moving. We gotta wait for it to connect down here to this little donger where it's trying to talk. There it is, all connected. Select vehicle, auto ID. Trying to run you guys through this process. Get it where you can see it, where we can all see it. And there we go, 14 Taurus Limited. And then we want to read the DTCs. Hopefully you guys can see it on a little angle there. PCM, hit continue. Usually I do all modules, but we'll just see if we're gonna have to at this point. We want read DTCs. Take a guess. EVAP. EVAP is my guess. P0456. Oh, what? That's a good guess, little fella. P0456. That's all we deal with is EVAP leaks. So technically he can drive it out of town. What do these have? These have a purge vent type system, do they? Let's go to special tests. Go to PCM, we'll see if there is a vent valve of sorts. Getting pretty good with the code guessing. I can just lay hands on a car. No special tests available for this controller. Internal communication error. Well, that's ridiculous because I know that's not true. It can't be true. Initializing communication. Special tests. PCM. Hit continue. Better have some special function. It's got to have some sort of special function. There we go. Just had a little brain fart. We'll go to EVAP, leak test, purge vent control, EVAP canister vent valve. So that's what we want. We'll let this pull up, see if we can select the data. Engine must not be running. Okay. Oops, I hit abort. Anyways, let's pull inside. Why are we sitting out here? Now we can start it. Drop her down into sport mode. Oh, where's my boys? Jason, line me up on this lift. I'll be in here so cockeyed and cattywampus. You'd think I'd be good at it by now, but I'm not. I'm terrible, actually. Hey, we didn't hit the lift, so that's good. Roll down our window. I'll have to turn off our copyrighted music out there playing. See if we can't figure something out. So some folks are yelling, why don't you just run the leak test? Well, because the leak test, like most cars that have automated leak tests, only check for large leaks. Same thing that this one does. This test is designed to identify large leaks and blockages. If a leak's detected during this test, further investigation may be required, blah, blah, blah. So that's only for large leaks. Most of them are like that. Most of them don't run the small leak test. Let's see if we can do a purge and vent, just to see if we can see how fast the decay is. Manual control, blah, blah, blah. We'll skip all that. We want to read it in inches of mercury because we don't understand anything else. Oh, that's nice. So 2.5 volts on your fuel tank pressure is normal. Atmospheric pressure on a Ford. Let's see, we want to toggle our vent valve. We want to close it. How does that work? Toggle. Let's increase. Let's just see if it automatically closes. Nope. That puts our purge on. We're drawing a little vacuum. Toggle, close, toggle, increase. We're going to start sucking on the old tank right now. You can see drawing her down into a vacuum. We'll pull her down a little bit here. Get her down to about 1.5 volts, and then we'll shut her back down. Why won't it shut down? None. Well, this sucks. Canister vent valve popped open, purge is stuck at 10%. That is about useless. Let's open that. It's already open. None. Exit. That is a worthless test if we cannot turn our purge valve back off. Let's go back in here and see. Continue. Inches of mercury. Alright, we want to toggle. We want to close our valve. Our valve is closed. Alright, we want to toggle. We want to increase our purge valve. And we are increasing because we're building vacuum on it. But, oh, we're increasing the engine speed. Yeah, ding dong. And it will not allow us to decrease it. Okay. There we go, now it is. I just had her cranked up too high. Why would I want to increase the engine speed? We want to go to our purge valve, which clearly is open right now because we're drawing. So toggle, we go from vent valve, engine speed, purge valve. Right now, our purge valve is at 0%. We want to toggle to our vent valve. We want to open it, we want to reclose it. It is closed now. Our purge valve, just a minute here folks. Our purge valve is at 0%. Our vent valve is closed. However, we are building a vacuum inside the tank, which we shouldn't be. So this is going to be our answer. Can you see that? Let me enhance. Enhance. So hopefully you can see that. I know it's a little shaky because the car's the way it's running. But we're building a vacuum in the tank, a pretty strong vacuum. Let's toggle back to our vent valve. Let's reopen that. Let's get that back to atmospheric pressure. Alright, vacuum's dropping. Okay, we're at atmospheric pressure. Our purge should not be on right now. If our scan data is correct, we have no purge. Boom, we close it. Uh-oh, it's sucky sucky. And it shouldn't be because it's at 0. So there's our answer. There's our small leak problem. Our purge valve is stuck open. Alright. Let's reopen the vent, open up that back door, let all the air back in. Somebody's got the front door open just a crack though, because when we close it, uh-oh, housekeeping, fluff your pillow. Okay, let's leave the car running while it's still broken, go have a look-see. Whoa, baby! Hey, we got lucky, it's right on top. Oh, I can feel you. But the purge might be turned on right now too. You know, we can't never trust your scan tool. Rule number 1. Engine vacuum, can you guys see it? Step 2. Gingerly remove that connector. Okay, so it's completely disconnected at this point. And we still have manifold vacuum. Now, with the connector removed, get a blunt striking device. Go like that. Hook the vacuum hose back up. Boom, fixed. All you need to do is hit it. Ah, my hose ain't even hooked up. Now I look like a liar. Now we're hooked back up. Okay. So, plug it back in. Alright. Now, let's get the scan tool. Come back over here. Let's turn it back on. So we're going to toggle back to the purge valve. We're going to open her up. We're going to let her talk a little bit. Get down here, I can hear it chattering away. She got some vacuum. And we're going to decrease it. We're going to see if it sticks again. It probably won't. I give it a pretty good hit. Oh, look at that. she's stuck again, okay? Now we're very gingerly going to unplug it. It's not plugged in, it shouldn't be open, all right? But it is. You got to give it one of these again. All right? Boom, it's working. Problem solved, we're done. Moving on. Next car. Needs a purge valve, plain and simple. All right, folks, that's it. Hopefully you understood what was happening there. Once I understood how to run a scan tool and was not trying to turn the purge off by turning the engine RPM down. What are you gonna do? Look at your values. So I preach it, but I don't do it. It's kind of like I tell my kids, do as I say, not as I do. And in this case here, our back door, our canister vent that lets fresh air into the system, was closing. Our purge solenoid, our front door, one of the kids left it open a crack like they always do, and it was sucking a little vacuum on that tank, and we were able to see that even though we had it commanded like, hey, shut the door, turn off, no vacuum, everything should stay neutral or start building pressure if there's enough heat in the tank. And indeed it wasn't. You give it a little whack with a screwdriver and boom, they shut the door. So let that be a life lesson for you. Pretty common fail item on these purge valves. I didn't know what was wrong with this car when I brought it in, so it was a lucky guess on the code, just FYI. I'm going to get a purge solenoid for it. We'll put that on. I ain't going to bother doing any smoke tests or anything like that. Now, how does a leaking purge valve make a small leak code? And I believe that's because this probably uses a key-off natural vacuum leak detection, so it's going to run that small leak test, I believe. I didn't see it in service data, so I'm just guessing. It likely runs that small leak test after the key's off. Everything's cooled down. You know, the ECM likely turns on or opens the vent solenoid, releases all pressure, everything, closes it, and lets it see if it goes into a natural vacuum as the fuel tank cools. I'm just guessing on that. I did not see it in service data, so don't grill me on that, but that's typically how, that's like the short condensed version of how key-off natural vacuum leak detection works when they're detecting like 20,000ths inch of a leak in smaller leaks, I guess. Anyways, we know it's broke. We're gonna move on. Why don't you guys move on down there to that comment box? Leave a question, comment, criticism, concern. While you're down there, subscribe, ring that bell. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.